Again, my name is Pat Hefner. I'm the sales relationship manager with Medica. I handle our IFB and our small group products up to 150. First of all, I want to just thank you guys for your time. I know it's taken a lot of time out of your day. Hopefully you're gaining some good nuggets and good information that will help during the upcoming season. So with that, let's get started. First of all, why choose Medica? And this is a stat. I know Medica may not be a household name in the employer-sponsored market out there. So this is a nice piece that just explains a little bit about who we are. We are in 12 states. We're 3,900 team members strong. We are a not-for-profit company with about $6 billion in revenue. We have 1.5 million members. You can see the breakout there. Of those 1.5 million, about 900,000 are on the commercial side of things. Broker education. So not only do we want to be of value and do we want to be your trusted health plan of choice, but as well, we want to provide you with value. So all throughout the year, we put together a series. There's series on maybe online sales, or that we did a diabetes management care presentation, and I think we did a diabetes one and diabetes two. So just again, how can we bring you more value and more insight and continue to strengthen the relationship that we do have with you guys. Stability. So Medica started in 1975, so we're nearly 50 years strong, and really what we're looking for is long-term sustainable growth. We have an emphasis on accurate pricing, and we want to have that organizational stability that you guys need and deserve to keep things running smooth. As I mentioned before, we're a not-for-profit. We started in 1975 and believe that a not-for-profit member-focused approach is the right direction and what is needed in this market. We also do focus on the community. We've contributed back to the communities about $40 million since 2003 through our Medica Foundation. And we give that Medica Foundation is local organizations in the regions where we do business in. So we have contributed a fair amount of money to nonprofits in the state. We focused in the last couple of years on behavioral health, early childhood health, as well as rural health. Here's a listing and just some snapshots of some of the organizations that we do contribute to. You can see there's organizations here locally in Lincoln, in Omaha, as well as there's local organizations all throughout the state. And the next slide will kind of give you an example. So the Community Action Partnership of Mid-Nebraska, what we did there is we provided them with some grants to help prevent homelessness by working on emergency shelter, permanent housing, and then help with referrals to other agencies that may be in need. The Nebraska Healthcare Foundation is one that we have done just recently, and really what a great program. It's hopefully addressing the shortage that's occurring in rural Nebraska with certified nursing assistants, CNAs. And so it's a program that we put together and we're contributing to and we're funding to, and hopefully we can build up the need that exists in that market. So let's talk a little bit about the group market and what we have in store for 2024. First of all, we really think, and we came to market Nebraska for one purpose, and it's really to provide some unique and make things differently. First of all, predictability. You'll see consistency in rate setting as well as consistency in renewals. We're working our large group renewals with underwriting proactively before the agents even get on. So it's a meeting that occurred actually over the last week where we've met with underwriting on a couple of occasions and working to find the right renewal for our large group business that we have. The need that we heard the market needed early on when we started is a lot of agents didn't like that ping pong, where a company sends out the renewal, you go back, negotiate it, and it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. With Medica, we're doing that up front before you get it, so it's a fair renewal at that point in time. An example that I ran into recently is I was trying to gain some new business, and one of my competitors started off at a 23% rate increase. We came in at 11, they lowered to 11. Okay. We had a little bit of room, so we lowered a little bit more. That final rate increase they received from the incumbent carrier was a 1.7% increase. So the carrier initially went out with a 23 and lowered it to a 1.7. At Medica, we're not going to do that. We want to give you the right fair renewal right out of the gate and eliminate a lot of that back and forth. We're going to give you access to information on our large group business. So you're going to get experience reporting that nobody else gives you if you have a group with more than 40 employees on the plan, especially under that 100 life market. Nobody else in the market is giving you experience, and that's something that we will do. And we're really looking to, and we do value our long-term partnerships with you guys as the brokers, as well as with the groups that have secured their business with us. Medica firmly believes in ACOs. That slide before, I think we have 24 ACOs all across the country, and it's working. What we're seeing is, from a rate perspective, our ACOs are saving up to about 20% from a premium compared to a full network. And we're seeing trends decrease. We're seeing reduction in trends with groups that are in our ACO versus groups that are without. So costs are keeping down, which is a great thing. We're seeing reduced readmission rates with our providers and our partners. We're seeing high breast cancer screenings, higher colorectal cancer screenings, lower ER visits, as well as higher well child visits. So they're getting people in to get them the care when they need to, the right care at the right time. And it's working. Our member satisfaction with our ACOs is very, very high. We have 170,000 members who have been on an ACO, and nearly half of them have purchased that on an individual basis. 1,200 commercial ACO group clients, and they're renewing into an ACO. So not only are they getting in the ACO maybe year one or maybe year two with us, but then when they renew, they're continuing to stay on that ACO. So they are pleased with the network as well as the services that they are getting. From network perspective, our landscape is Medica Choice National is our statewide open access network. Jenny Alm, who is our senior VP of network company-wide, has done a great job of getting us networks with discounts at or better than the competition. We also have Medica with CHI and then select counties. So those blue counties have the option to choose Medica with CHI. Rates on that Medica with CHI are about 20% less than what you're going to find from the rates with Choice National. First Health is our nationwide travel network. It's included on both plans. You're going to have coverage available in 50 states. So First Health, we do have access to that nationwide network through First Health. And then we do have some specialty networks, our behavioral health, our physician health, our chiropractic, as well as transplant and bariatric centers of excellence. So from a product perspective, what does Medica offer? So our small group, what classifies a small group with Medica? It's a group that has one W-2 employee, up to 50 employees that work on average 30 hours or more a week. So if we have one W-2 non-owner group, Medica can write that. Our portfolio in 2014 has going to give you 13 different plan options, as well as 2 network options. We can do multiple options available for groups with 2 or more. So if you have a group less than 5 or fewer, they can have 2 networks as well as 2 plan options. If you have a group with 6 to 19, they can have 6 options. And if you have a group over 20, you can have like 12. Who would want 12? It sounds like kind of an admin headache for the employer. We can do it. So we do have those capabilities. Maximum liability is our level funded product. We call it maximum liability, and it's available for groups with 5 enrolled, up to 50 who work on average 30 hours or more a week. There we use our large group preferred portfolio. So you're going to have a lot more plan options, 21 plan options. Again, those 2 network options are going to be available. With our level funded plans, groups from 5 to 9, we're going to require applications. It could be our app, or you might as well use the uniform app that you can send it to other carriers. But we do accept paper apps, and the uniform app would be sufficient. Groups with 10 or more, we can just underwrite with a GRX. If the group is currently level funded, we will need the current experience to be submitted with them to underwriting with either the census or the apps. And then large group is a group that has 51 or more employees, again, that work on average 30 hours or more a week. So when determining whether it's small or large, we don't look at part-timers. We just look at, on average, how many work 30 hours or more a week. So if it's 51 or more, it would be our large group side. And really the unique piece about Medica in that market is that we're going to give you the access to customize your plan design. We do have our preferred portfolio, or we do have our CAN plans, our set plan designs, but as well, we're going to give you the ability to build a plan based on the wants and needs of your employer. We can GRX those groups if they have more than 20 on the plan. And then keep in mind that as I mentioned before, if you have a group with 40 or more enrolled employees on the plan, they're going to have access to monthly reporting. So they're going to see premiums, they're going to see claims, they're going to see high claim information. It is a very robust reporting package that, to my knowledge, nobody else does in the large group market in Nebraska. Our small group portfolio consists of 8 copay plans, traditional copay plans, as well as 5 high deductible health plans. The one thing I do want to mention is our average rate increase since we started coming out with small group plans in Nebraska, which is January 1 of 21, has been 4.8%. This year, our average rate increase on our small group ACA block is just a hair over 5%. I think 5.5. Here's a copy of our preferred portfolio. We haven't received the final blessing from the DOI, but we don't think there's going to be many changes to what you're looking at right here. So you can see deductibles are going to range from $1,500 up to $6,950 for our traditional copay plans. 2 pieces, and we're bringing in 2 new plans I want to draw your attention to. The first is that $1,750 deductible plan, $1,750 deductible. The unique piece about that plan is it has no copay for your primary care office visits. As well, we have a similar plan that's a $4,500 deductible that has no copay for your primary care office visits. Our intent is we feel if we can get people in to see their primary care physician, they're going to take better care of themselves, and hopefully it's going to turn into a better running block. So those are the 2 kind of unique plans that we added this year. We did make some other changes just because we had to meet the actuarial values that your gold, silver, and bronze plans have to. So there are some additional changes to our portfolio. The 4,000 3 for free plan will continue. That $4,000 deductible by far is our sales leader with our small group ACA business. Here's a copy of the HSAs. So your lowest deductible is $3,200 and your highest deductible is $8,050. All of these plans do have an embedded deductible. And the one thing I wanted to draw out is that second column, that light blue column that's on our preferred portfolio. If you ever get a question, is this credible? For Part D, that column is going to give you your answer, that it is credible for Part D. Here's our large group preferred portfolio. So this is our large group as well as our level funded or our maximum liability preferred portfolio. So these are the set plan designs. Again, we do have that unique no copay for primary care office visits is included in our large group preferred portfolio as well. So that is one addition that we have made this year. And then our HSAs start with a $2,000 deductible, and they're going to go up to $8,500. The thing to notice is that little caret there, excuse me, on the preferred portfolio after the product name, that little caret, I think on the first 3 plans. Just wanted to make sure you guys were aware that those plans do not have an embedded deductible, that they are aggregate. All the others do have an embedded deductible. One of the things that we feel brings us a lot of unique value to the market is our preventative drug benefit. This benefit is included on all large and small group plans within the state, whether you're fully insured or you're level funded. What this benefit is going to do is any medication included on that list will be covered at 100% without any cost share whatsoever. My wife, for example, has had kidney stones, and she's on a diuretic and a high blood pressure medication and something else. I don't know what. Probably should know. But those medications were on a high deductible health plan, HSA plan, and those medications prior to coming to Medica cost us $137 a month. Because all those medications on our preventative drug list, those are free. So any medication on this list will be covered at 100% without any cost share, no matter if you're on a copay plan or as well if you're on an HSA plan. Now, some of these medications could be somewhat expensive. Xarelto, for an example, costs $605 a month on average. Metformin is $15.80. So some can be relatively expensive, some can be relatively inexpensive. And here we'll just kind of go through the lists. And Avastin, Januvia, Novolog, Trulicity. So, I mean, you really do have some medications that can be quite costly. And all of these medications are covered at 100% with no cost share to your member. I think it's probably one of the biggest sizzle points that a plan with Medica is going to bring that no one else can touch. I know some of our competitors do have a similar program, maybe for insulins, but they don't have as robust of a program for all the other medication needs. And then we'll just give you a couple more examples. Again, some are relatively inexpensive, and some aren't. Advair. How many of employees or their children do you know that are on Advair? So again, it's on that drug list. That $303 medication is going to be covered at 100% with no cost share. It really is a fantastic benefit. And then the member experience. We're always trying to improve that member experience. We're going to try to provide them with as much resources and as much tools as they need. Their My Medica website is going to be their access to get all of this information. And what I want to do is take a couple minutes and talk about some of the value add programs that we do have included on all of our group plans that we offer. My Health Rewards is a way for members to earn points, which they can turn into gift cards or merchandise and rewarding them for healthy activities. In 2020, members had the ability to earn $220 worth of gift cards or merchandise. We're upping that $5 next year, so it's going to go to $225. Again, this program, it's going to give any member that's on the plan over age 18 the ability to earn that $225. I use it mainly as an electric cattle prod to get me moving, and I get points for 7,000 steps a day, or 9,000 or 10,000. I get points for being active, for standing. I get points for getting 7 hours of sleep a night. As well, there's a daily update that you can get, and just a little read, a quick read that you can get points for. So it's just trying to install healthy activities and rewarding individuals for that. One thing that's going to be built into our My Health Rewards this year is, and this is going to be included on all plans. I apologize, I just got an email. right before this meeting, so I'm incorporating it. We're also adding a lifetime digital fitness program that's going to be built in to the My Health Rewards program. So we partnered with Lifetime Fitness to offer a new on-demand streaming digital fitness solution. So if Pat would want to get up early in the morning and go downstairs and turn on the TV and pull up my Lifetime Fitness app and get my workout in, whether it's a live class or whether a recorded class, we're going to give you the ability to do that. So again, that's going to be built in to every group plan, and consequently, it's going to be available for every member that we do have. We've made some enhancements again to My Health Rewards, where we're going to give coaching services, one-on-one, multimodal. So if I want to send a text, maybe Justin would rather text than talk to somebody. Where I'm old school, I probably want to talk to someone versus text. We're going to give them the ability to do that. So I think they can have one coaching session a month. And again, it's going to be based on the needs and preferences of the member, and all across a wide variety of topics. So it's a new addition that we're bringing on, and we're hoping it's gonna help. As well as we do have mental health coaching. And so you're going to have subject matter experts that are on a wide variety of topics and are going to be able to help our members with that mental health side of things. And then also with regard to that is self-care by Able To. We're going to continue. It's something we added on the individual side this year. It used to be called Samvello. So if your members have been using Samvello in the past, they just changed the name. But it's an on-demand help for stress and emotional well-being. It's going to give them access to coping tools, medications, sleep tracking, at no cost at all to you. So it's a fantastic tool that definitely want to mention it to your employer groups when you're talking to them about the offerings that Medica has. Let's talk level funded. So starting in July, we started a level funded bonus, and it was for groups with 10 or more enrolled employees, whether they're a current member Medica group that was ACA and maybe they're got an offer to go self-funded or level funded, or if it's a new group coming to Medica, if they had 10 or more, the broker is going to receive a $125 bonus for each enrolled employee in that group. We are lowering that, waiting for final details, but we are lowering that down to 5. I think that's going to start 10/1. So that new sales maximum liability bonus that's currently at 10 will go down to 5. So that is a great thing, a way to put more additional money in your pocket. And then lastly, what makes Medica unique? Why sell Medica? Why look at Medica? First and foremost, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid the same amount per employee per month, whether you have one person on that group or whether you have 120 people on that group. The per employee commission is the same. So I know with other carriers on those smaller cases, you don't make as much. With us, you do. We're hoping that we can gain your confidence with that, and maybe it's going to give us that opportunity to work with you on some larger size cases. Our preventative drug benefit, it's amazing. It saves me $137 a month. It's awesome. The night out on the town, maybe a weekend away. It is a great benefit, and it's a way. What we don't want is we don't want your employees or the employees within your groups to have to worry about, okay, do I pay for food or do I get my medications? Or am I going to take half my medications to make it run further? Let's get them the medications they need. Let's keep them out of that ER room, and let's make it convenient for them. We have one formulary list, as well as we have one pharmacy network for all of our group products. So you don't have to worry about determining, okay, what year was the effective date of this group, and was it ACA or level funded? It's just one. For our large group business, so if you write a new large group with us in the future, We have a pre-enrollment customer service number. As soon as employees find out that, hey, we're changing coverages, they're going to come up with a bunch of questions. How's my medication going to be covered? I had to go through step therapy with a prior carrier. How's Medica going to handle that? Oh, I have this surgery coming up. What do we need to do? What we do is we have a customer service line that's used to working with folks that are changing. Because when people have things going on and they change carriers, they get a little nervous. So these customer service folks are trained to handle those calls and make your members feel comfortable with the decision that the employer made. So that is included. One unique piece with us is our primary care office visit copay not only applies to primary care, it's going to apply to chiropractic, it's going to apply to physical, occupational, and speech therapy, which those two benefits may be applied to the deductible and co-insurance with their current carrier, as well as that's going to apply to mental health, behavioral health, and substance abuse. So those zero copay plans that we have for your primary care are going to have zero copay for chiro, zero copay for your therapies, as well as zero copay for mental health and substance abuse. Pretty cool benefit. Virtual care on our copay plans cost your members nothing. On the group side, we use Amwell just like we do on the individual side. And so if I have a sinus infection, you can have that virtual doctor's appointment from the convenience of your home and have no out of pocket for it other than the medications that you may be getting. So pretty cool benefit. We talked about our large groups are going to receive their experience on a monthly basis. Again, if they have 40 or more enrolled. Our renewals, we normally ship out our renewals about 90 days in advance of that renewal date. I know other carriers may go 60, 75. Hopefully we're going to give you a little bit more time to work the renewals, so it's not such a mad rush like it probably always is this time of year. Effective 1/1 of 24, we're going to add EAP and nurse line. It's going to be standard on our large group plans. On our small group, we do include EAP. I do not believe we have a nurse line that's included on our small group, but we do have EAP. Both of those are going to be offered with our large group products, and consequently our level funded products starting January 1. And lastly, just want to let you know, and just to make sure you guys are aware that we do have a association health plan out there called One Health. One Health is, I think, headquartered out of Lincoln, kind of that southeast Nebraska is kind of their foot ground. But One Health is association of providers, doctors, and doctors' offices in that area. We do have an association plan for them that you can certainly take a look at. If your group is a member of One Health, let's take a look at it. Let's see where their rates are going to come in and see if it would be a good solution for them. It does require underwriting. Less than 5 employees, we're going to require health apps. And then if we have 5 or more, then it would GRX then. You can either contact myself, or you can always contact Kayla or Justin to if you have any questions with regard to not only One Health, but as well all of the offerings that we have with Medica. With that, we'll open it up and see if anyone has questions.
I don't see any questions yet, so I'll give people a time to type it in or get ready to ask their question. But Pat, could you really quick address how we can combine plans, how many plan options are available for different types and sizes of groups?
Okay. I knew this was coming, so I texted a friend today. Hang on, let me get her open here real quick. Okay. So groups 2 to 5, they can offer up to 2 plans with 2 networks. So you could have 4 options if you are utilizing our Choice National as well as Medica with CHI. Groups with 6 enrolled up to 20, you can have 6 plans and or networks, which is probably the top end that someone would actually maybe want to do. Maybe not. If you have a group 21 or more, we can offer up to 12 plans and or networks. So we do
Is
give
that
you quite a bit of
true for
flexibility.
both like ACA and level funded?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And then what about, what's the rate difference in 2024 for going with the CHI network?
20%.
Okay.
So our CHI rates are gonna be 20% lower than our Medica Choice national rates. And as we talked about, I think that's illustrated by the decreased utilization, the decrease in costs with our ACOs versus our full networks, as well as increased satisfaction.